Muslim fashion is booming, with hundreds of Muslim female designers and bloggers encountering noticeable success online. From tutorials on YouTube on how to wear a headscarf to daily pictures posted on Facebook and other social networks, Muslim fashion bloggers and stylists have got thousands of viewers and followers. In Islam, the veil, also called hijab, is synonym of modesty. Different prints, colors, and materials, and wrapped in different ways, the hijab has also become a fashion statement. New York fashion designer Naila Limus decided to exploit this niche market. Over a year ago, she launched the first Muslim modeling agency, Under Wraps Agency.
Just over the years of what I'm doing with the designing, wanting to see Muslim sisters more so in the forefront, showing that we're fashionable as well, although we are modest and although we have certain guidelines as to how we have to cover, there's definitely still a niche for us in the industry. I also know many Muslim sisters that meet the criteria as far as their size, their height, their face. They're, gorgeous sisters, but because they're not willing to maybe take their hijab off or maybe wear a bikini or things of this nature, it stagnates their growth or even anyone's interest.
One of the stated goals on my blog is to break down those stereotypes and binaries. First and foremost, Muslim women being invisible beings, just hidden away under black veils. I do try to combat that. I don't think modesty means not beautiful or not fashionable or not stylish. I don't see where that idea came from. I think that modesty is, both in sense of clothing and in sense of behavior.
New York fashion blogger Sana Rashid has been veiled since the 7th grade. She is still fighting some stereotypes.
Everyone thinks I'm being forced to wear hijab when I'm not, and when I started, my mom didn't even wear hijab. I started on my own because it's something I wanted to do. It's something which would complete me dressing modestly would be to wear hijab. Staying modest and having a blog is a little bit of a predicament because you have to maintain modesty in all that you do, and when I'm posing, I do try to still be modest in my poses and not be provocative.
With myself and with the agency, for the sake of the segue into the secular market, we switch up how we wear the hijab. Like for me, I would more so call this a head wrap because my neck is not necessarily 100% covered and my ears are out. So I wouldn't necessarily call this a hijab. I would call this more of a head wrap. And if it's something that meets all the criteria, then I say that's a hijab. But to be able for the market to understand and kind of gradually take to what we're doing, you have to do things gradual. You can't force it.
Bold accessories, bright colors, layering, Muslim fashion gurus play the creative card to keep it modest and fashion forward.
You see some sort of Eastern influences. I mean, you've seen the turban a lot, throughout the years, throughout the decades. So there's a constant sort of currents going back and forth. I don't believe that that's something new. Maybe we'll see more from it. But it's definitely there all the time. We constantly reinvent and borrow from each other, right? And it's not just this West and the Muslim world that, are impenetrable spheres.
According to a survey conducted last month by Women's Islamic Initiative in Spirituality and Equality, 92% of Muslim women believe that Muslim fashion trends can lead to a positive change in the perception of Muslim women.